Welcome everybody to the Sketchbook Summer 2018 orientation. So last year was the inaugural year of Sketchbook Summer. I had done the challenge by myself in the past, but this is the first time we really had a whole community working together on this challenge. We learned a lot of things last year, and so this year we're going to try to implement some new resources to help you be successful with Sketchbook Summer. So for those of you that don't know, Sketchbook Summer is a challenge to fill a sketchbook in 30 days. So if you're someone that's interested in animation, comic books, illustration, someone that's interested just basically in this entertainment art field, then Sketchbook Summer is a really important challenge to take on. It gives you a sense of kind of the volume of work that is really necessary to be successful in one of these careers. Of course, not everyone is a professional. Some people out there are hobbyists, so they're just looking for a challenge, and Sketchbook Summer can still be an awesome challenge for you. So we've even created some tiers to the challenge this year to make it a little bit easier and give you guys some options for participating, even if you don't want to like do the full challenge. Let's talk about the full challenge. The full challenge we call the full tamale, and it's got a couple different components. So I'm going to talk about those here. So number one, your sketchbook needs to be 8.5 by 11, 108 pages. That's a pretty standard sketchbook size. If you go to almost any art store, you're going to find sketchbooks black bound, 8.5 by 11, that are usually going to be 108 to 110. You can do a little bit larger if you want. It's maybe a little bit more of a challenge, but that shouldn't make too big of a difference. 2, date the first page. So we're going to start on July 1st. So put July 1st on the first page, and of course on the last page you put July 31st. Let's see, number 3, fill the sketchbook in 30 days. July actually has 31 days, so you have an extra day to finish it in July. Otherwise, if you're starting it not in July, just do 30 days. Number 4, days must be consecutive. So you can't break up the challenge into 15 days and then wait and then do another 15 days. It has to be all within 30 days, no break. Number 5, got to fill both sides of the page. That's just part of what the challenge is. Number 6, the final page is a hand turkey. So this is how we kind of celebrate finishing Sketchbook Summer. For those of you that don't know, a hand turkey is basically you take your hand and you trace it, and then your hand becomes the head of the turkey and your 4 fingers become the feathers of the turkey. So this is a very important tradition in the United States of America. All of us have grown up during Thanksgiving making hand turkeys. So we've incorporated this into Sketchbook Summer as a very important part of completing the challenge. Last but not least, number 7, send a flip through of your sketchbook. So if you finish the challenge, we want to kind of reward people and kind of celebrate those that finish. So we have a spot on the website for all the hand turkeys. So if you finish, send that in. Send also like a flip through of your sketchbook so we can see page by page that you completed it, show your first page and last page with the dates, and of course send in a pic of the hand turkey and we will put you in kind of our hand turkey victors gallery. So let's talk about some suggestions on how you can be successful for Sketchbook Summer. I've got just a few. 1, sign up for the email list. So this year we're going to be providing lots of themes and challenges to help push you along. One of the challenges I found last year was that I was stressing out way too much trying to figure out what to draw rather than just focusing on drawing. And if I had just really focused on the themes and challenges, it would have made it so much easier. So let's just take all this anxiety, all this frustration about what to draw out of the equation. We're going to be providing much more robust resources to help you know what to draw day by day this year. So sign up for the email list. That's going to be the best way that you're going to be able to receive those resources. Number 2, this is a time-consuming challenge, so make sure you block out the time it's going to take for you to be able to complete this challenge. You're going to have to be finishing about 3.5 pages per day, so you really want to make sure that you have enough time every day to be able to get that much done. I would recommend at least blocking out a couple of hours every day, probably more on the weekend, just so you can get everything finished. Number 3, find friends. So first of all, find some friends. Second of all, convince these friends to join you in doing Sketchbook Summer. So it's just going to be helpful to have that support of having some friends working on it together. It also doesn't hurt to join the Sketchbook Summer community. So join the Facebook group, follow Sketchbook Summer on Instagram, and we can all kind of support each other to be successful on this challenge. 4, sketch fast. So this one's kind of obvious, but this challenge, you really want to fit your drawing to this challenge. This challenge is about learning how to sketch loose, fast, being okay with making mistakes, not having everything look perfect. This doesn't need to be a sketchbook that's going to be a beautiful thing that everyone's going to want to look at. It just needs to be a place where you can really exercise your ability to draw lots and lots and lots of things and do it very, very fast. So make it fast, make it ugly, make it loose, and just have lots of fun. Number 5, take care of your hands. I actually started experiencing some hand pain last year, so I'd really recommend you check out my video on hand health before you jump into Sketchbook Summer and make sure you're doing some healthy things for your hands. Now, if you're intimidated by the full challenge or you just don't want to take on that big of a challenge, we've included some variations on the full challenge so you can still participate without doing the full tamale. So we've got our 2 variations. The first is the daily devotee. The daily devotee just means that you are going to be sketching daily. The easiest way to do that is just to, like I said, just follow those challenges from the email and just do those every day from July 1st to July 31st, and share your stuff on social media with the hashtag Sketchbook Summer. The second one is the little tamale. All it means is you're doing the same thing as the whole tamale, all the same rules, you're just using a smaller sketchbook. So that one should be a little bit easier. You'll also want to just subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're not already doing that, and just kind of pay attention to what's going on here. So probably next week I'm going to drop a video that's specifically about a strategy I kind of figured out last year that's super effective on completing Sketchbook Summer, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be doing a live kickoff July 1st. That's going to be a Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. MST. So that's Mountain Standard Time, because I live in the mountains, so it's not Eastern, it's not Pacific. It's Mountain Standard Time, so please adjust that for your time zone, whatever that is. So please stay tuned. Stick with this channel. Follow Sketchbook Summer on Facebook and on Instagram, and let's take on Sketchbook Summer together.